Hey everyone, my name's Austin. I'm going to be reviewing a board game today. It's a two to six player game, but I like to review games for 2 players. So, right here you see the game called Airports. I'm going to be giving you some quick directions for it. I'm going to try to go over as many details as I can about the game, and we'll get straight to the point. So I'm going to be reading off some of the directions here so that you can get the right information. So each player begins with a $50,000 bill, 2 $20,000 bills, and 1 $10,000 bills. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take this deck of cards. It comes in 2 different piles, and you're going to want to take all of the penalty cards out of it, separate it from the rest of the pile, and the non-penalty pile you're going to give, each player is going to get 10 cards. And then you put the penalty cards back in this deck and you shuffle it up and put it right here on this spot. Each player is going to get this dead heading cost chart. It's a pretty simple game. So you choose your color airplane and you begin by placing on the airport of your choice. And the interesting thing about the game is you can decide you see your whole hand, but you can decide to let the other person see your hand or not see your hand. It's up to you, not up to them. And the trick of the game is so the turn, this is how the turn goes. You begin your turn by moving. You have to move one of 3 ways. Either you have a card that says from the city you're at to the city you want to go to. Second option is you have a card from this deck, a special action card, that lets you do a free movement. Third action is, the third way to move is going to be the deadhead charting. So if you can't do one, follow a freight contract or a free movement, then you would look at this deadheading chart, and most of the time you start on the left side as the from city and the top is the to city. Sometimes you have to reverse it though. And it's very easy to see and understand how to use this. So let's say you're in Buenos Aires and you want to go to Cairo. So you're going from Buenos Aires all the way across to Cairo, and it's $22,000. All these are denominated in thousands. So $22,000 if you don't have a freight contract going from Buenos to Cairo, or you don't have a free flight. You have to move. You can't stay in the city that you're at. And then if you do successfully do it, that's actually the free flight. But if you do successfully go from a city to the city, you get the money on that card at the bottom. That's the price that the bank pays to you. If you're successfully able to go from a city to a city, and the 2 freight contract cards both say from that city to that city, then you're able to add up the money from both cards plus a bonus of $10,000, as long as the total weight, which the weights are on top of the card, as long as the total weight limit does not exceed 250,000 pounds. If it doesn't, then again you get the numbers of both cards paid to you by the bank plus $10,000. Once you move, then you draw a card, or once you move in one of those 3 ways, then you draw a card. It's the next player's turn. Again, so you can buy, trade, or make any type of negotiation deals for cards, however, at any time that you want, before your turn, after your turn, during someone else's turn. And then that's pretty much it. Sorry about that, it split. So what I was going to finish by saying is, I would follow the directions. It says that you can make the game go by faster by either splitting the deck or taking 2 cards at the end of your move action before to end your turn. Unless you're like 6 players, then it's not really necessary. But we noticed that it really drug on because we were doing 1 card at a time. So we were doing move once, take 1 card, next player's turn. the game is ended by someone running out of all of the contract cards. And what happens then is if someone has contract cards left over, you're going to want to add up the pay amount at the bottom of each card, and then they pay that to the bank as if they had the inventory left over in their airplanes and they owed it back. Enjoy.